I would have got it wrong too.
So I'm a dork and I'm going to read mine, and that's fine because I cry and I lose my spot, and that's fine too. So, hi, I'm Mackenzie. I'm the maid of honor and Abby's best friend. So first I want to thank Abby and Steve and their families for asking me and inviting us here to be part of their wonderful occasion and party. For the last 23 years, Abby has been my partner in crime. We've been two peas in a pod. We do everything together, from playing together when we were little, although I always took the best or the good toys, whether at my house or her house. We both always knew and dreamed of moving to Chicago to live in a brownstone in Lincoln Park, even though I had no idea what or where that was. So we obviously dreamed big too. I remember eating Abby's favorite pickles and my favorite potato chips in the basement with Madison in our basement on Roanoke watching a movie we'd seen 100 times before. A lot of laughing together. It would get us in trouble too with teachers and school, but more recently in a Pilates class not too long ago, quiet, relaxing, you know. A woman, an older woman, tooted, and it just took one look at Abby, and we both lost it in this quiet, relaxing Pilates class. Not too unlike what happened today at the wedding, which I'm glad we got ourselves under control when flowers were dropping. Trips together, Florida, Greece, but one canoe trip. Neither of us are canoers or campers, but 2 hours of the two of us going in circles, nowhere near the end, having to go back to the starting point, pulling the canoe up through fishing poles and fishing lines, leaving Abby stuck in the back of the canoe, rocking back and forth. I think we had some horse problems too on that trip. Years later, we find ourselves sitting in cars together. Why? Because we were too scared to go into the parties there, so we just sat in the car. We were obviously tennis stars too, for those of you that don't know. We went to state together. We got kicked out of practice together for talking too much, of course. But no matter what, me going to Lincoln, or you going to Lincoln, me going to Isles, me going to Illinois, you going to U of I, we somehow managed to get even closer every time. So now Steve comes into the picture, and sweet, nervous Abby decided to invite me and Laura on what turned out to be their first date. But luckily, Steve must have figured out that Abby just gets nervous and flustered, and that just because Laura and I were there didn't mean she wasn't interested. Because now you have a better, selfless, and strong partner in crime, another pea for your pod. Steve is so lucky to have you. Someone so generous and sharing to start his life with. You might be able to finally get that brownstone, maybe not next to Blarney Stone. Definitely have some pickles and chips to eat in front of the TV, although Steve might require a movie other than Dirty Dancing or Pretty Woman. Maybe a Notre Dame game with some smoked foods instead. I know you should be able to laugh at tunes with Steve. I've seen that happen already. You had a better camping and canoe partner. I'm sure Steve wouldn't leave you stuck in the canoe. Your trip seemed to be a little better in general anyway. Napa, New Zealand, London. You can actually go to parties now because Steve's there to protect you. I've literally seen him come into a party as a Mexican wrestler. While you and I stayed as tennis partners, you and Steve will be partners for life. Abby, you've always been my best friend, the better friend. And Steve is very lucky to have someone like you in his life for his partner. I love you both, and I'm so happy for you. I can't wait to see what the future holds. So, cheers to love, laughter. I love you both.
Cheers.
Sorry.